cute, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, Mama, isn't that cute? I want one of those.
Have you been a good girl?
I have been a girl, you know that.
Come see. Come see.
What? What? Oh, Mama! Thank you, Mama! Thank you very much. How fun is that? That's a fun way to start the show. I hope it was fun for you. I know it took me a little longer to get out here. Usually I kind of walk faster, but that's the way I start the show. Hopefully people like it and don't turn off the show from that, because that's very important to start the show a big way. That's what I've decided. First impressions, very, very important. The most important, they say. You never get a second chance for a first impression. But I also think that last impressions are important, and maybe more important than first impressions, or at least as important as, they're both important. First and last impressions are important. Because I'm learning that on American Idol, if you're watching, that you can start out really bad on the song. The whole beginning is bad, and then you save it with the ending, and because Randy will tell you, he'll say, it's all right, it's all right. It's kind of pitchy up front, dog, but I gotta give you your props. You brought it at the end and you made it your own. And Paula goes, yeah! I always think that if you walk into a party, you know, because that's important too, you walk in the party, what if you get the host name wrong? What I do right after that is go, oh! And then I have some dip and everything is fine. They say that the best first impression is you're supposed to look people right in the eye and a nice firm handshake and the giving of money. Also, I like to slip. And then the last impression is being very polite. You want to say thank you, nice to meet you. You know, you make sure you've complimented them in some way. The food was delicious. And then I usually like to say, and if you can't glue that lamp back together, I'll be happy to replace it. Sometimes you make a really good first impression, and then the last impression totally ruins it. This happened if you watched the Miss USA pageant. I assume we all did. I felt so bad for this girl. If you didn't see it, what happened was Miss California was in the final 5, and the host, she told the host, Billy Bush, that she was learning Spanish but wasn't really fluent yet. And so he said, well, how do you say thank you very much? And she turned to the audience and went, thank you very much. That's a shame. She was last seen in a bar saying, uno más tequila. Por favor, muchas gracias, porque? Tony, hazme bailar. 103. 3 seconds over. Pretty close, though. Pretty darn close. I hope I'm doing this for your benefit at home. If you're cooking eggs or rice, it has to be minute rice. Give her back her purse, yeah. She thinks somebody's going to go through her purse. She has to get it back that quick. Can't wait for a commercial. That makes me want to see what's in it. Anyway, so 103. So if you're cooking eggs or minute rice, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And today, I always have a goal. I mean, obviously, without saying, every day that I do the show, I want to make people happy. I want to make people smile or laugh. But today, as well as that goal, my goal is to get through the show without sneezing. Yesterday, I have a little bit of a cold, and a couple times I almost sneezed, and I held it back, which is not easy, because you know you have to make that face when you're about to sneeze. But I didn't tell anybody I had a cold, and this was, I had them look at the clip yesterday. This is the show that aired yesterday, and this is me while Pamela Anderson was talking in the audience. I was trying not to sneeze.
Not. Okay, 7 foods that go straight to your thighs. Yes.
That's not pretty. So I'm just going to sneeze. I'm not going to make that, or I might make that face. I don't know. But if I'm making a face, there's a reason for it. And I hope I get rid of this cold soon, because it's beautiful weather here in Los Angeles, and I love to go outside and garden. This is my favorite time when everything's starting to bloom. And I really, really love to garden so much, I've decided that if you have a garden that needs a little help, you should send us a tape or a photo of your garden. Tell us why you want me to come over. I'll go to your house. You know, they have those extreme makeover things. I can't do a house, but I can fix up your garden. I really can. So send it in, and I'll tell you who looks like he spends a lot of time in the garden is Matthew McConaughey. From the #1 movie in the country, Sahara. And here he is on the cover of Details magazine. He's a good-looking guy. There he is on the cover. Look at that. I hope he talks to me like that today. I hope he takes his shirt off and just leans back. And you know her as Nurse Abby Lockhart from the long-running hit series ER, or I like to call it Maura Tierney is here. And also, this little kid, very, very brave 10-year-old boy. I don't know if you heard about this story. Zane Peary, he was home alone earlier this week in Oklahoma, and an intruder came to the door and didn't just try to get in, he kicked the door in. And this 10-year-old was home alone. He called 911, and we have the tape. We have the little boy here. He scared the guy away. Here's a 10-year-old who scares a guy that's in the house. So we'll listen to the 911, and we'll talk to him later on. And also, I received a letter from a viewer that told me I sound exactly like a woman she knows. So later in the show, I'm going to put that to the test. And she swears I sound just like this woman, so we'll see. And if you were watching yesterday, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't have been, I spoke on the phone with Stephen E. Davis, a lawyer for Jacuzzi, and before we could finish the call, we got disconnected. Stephen then called us back. I had gone on with the show, but he left this message. This is what he said.
Messages, press 1. Oh.
Hey, it's Steve Davis. I lost my signal and completely lost it at the very end of the call, so my apologies to Ms. DeGeneres about that. I will certainly talk to our guys and see if there's something we can do about getting a hot tub or spa out to the show. Feel free to give me a call, and thanks a lot, and take care. Bye.
Okay, because I had asked him for a jacuzzi, because they got this attorney to come after me to scare me, and I don't get scared easy. You can try. So they send this threatening letter because I was using jacuzzi along with whirlpool and spa, and just now, he didn't even say jacuzzi. He said, we'll try to get you a whirlpool or a spa. And in here, he says, we suggest the use of more general terms such as whirlpool bath or spa or hot tub or Roman bath, as the case may be, without the reference to the jacuzzi trademark. So I'm very confused. I don't know if we're going to get a jacuzzi, or what we're going to get. We've asked for a jacuzzi. And although a Roman bath would be fun, too, this is what we have in mind if you're thinking about a Roman bath. Because that would be fun to have a jacuzzi here, or a Roman bath, or any type of thing. But nothing is more fun, really, than audience dancing. We have our audience dances before the show starts, but of course the cameras are always rolling, because you never know what can happen. We'd send it into America's Funniest Videos and make some money. That's why we do it. And, you know, it's, for some reason, men are a little more uptight. Women always dance. They never hold back. But we want to give props to the gentlemen in the audience that dance for us, because we'll start out with a woman just because that's what we're used to seeing. But today, gentlemen, we salute you. Take a look. Let's see him. I call him Carl. Let's see him one more time. Carl, where is he? He's our new kitty. I have now found our new kitty. And so we will call him Carl. And don't go away when we come back. Matthew McConaughey is going to be here. I wonder, that should be fun. Right, Carl? Our first guest has starred in such films as Ed TV and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. His new action-adventure movie, Sahara, is in theaters now. Please welcome Matthew McConaughey! For letting me be myself. It's a good one.
Again.
You look great, and we know each other from Ed TV. We worked together in Ed TV, and I haven't seen you a lot since then.
No.
But you look fantastic.
You do too.
And
everything's going so well for you.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Now you've got this movie, and I don't know if this has to do with the movie. I guess it is, because you're doing press this way. You're traveling around the country. Instead of doing normal press interviews like this, you're traveling in an Airstream?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
That's true. I've got an Airstream that I've had for 2 years. And I've kind of been traveling around. And
oh, that's the picture of it right there.
That's it. Now it's called the Sahara Stream. We've wrapped it up in this, what's basically the Sahara billboard.
Yeah. All right, so, and you're sleeping and grilling and all kinds of things in this thing.
Yeah, this has been home, actually. I mean, we...
and you camp?
Can't pull into RV parks an hour before sundown. You set up, you put charcoals on the grill, marinate the meat that's already you bought the day before. You mix yourself a cocktail, and you sit there and you watch the sun sit down. You grill some steaks. You meet the neighbors. Hand out about 5,000 Sahara hats and Sahara T-shirts. And then the next day, we do all the interviews. People come out to the RV park, and we do them right there in front of the.
You did interviews in RV parks?
Just about every one of them.
That's
great.
Some
in the snow too.
Now, it sounds like fun for you, because I know you're this kind of guy that likes the outdoors. Is Penelope into this? Is she meeting you at hotels? I mean, is she camping with you and stuff?
We caught up in New York, and which after, I guess, about 30 days in the trailer on the road, a nice hotel is pretty cool.
Yeah. So she's not going for it as much as you are.
She's been on the road before. She dug it. I mean, there's really nothing not to like about it. You got to have one of everything. because there's only room for one of everything.
Right.
But you can, the freedom of being able to pull up, stop, power up anywhere you want, woods, beach, whatever, and set up and have your front yard is different every single day, whatever you want it to be, and to see the country that way, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's really beautiful.
No, it sounds good.
You're not buying it, are you?
No, well.
I promise you, we could go if we take a week.
To get used to.
To get you. I mean, your body clock gets a little more natural.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know her well. She was on the show, and she seems lovely. And I don't know if you've only been camping with her, if you've taken her out anywhere. Have you taken her dancing ever? I just want to warn you, if you do, you know, to each his own. But she was on the show recently, and this is just out of nowhere. We're in the middle of a conversation, and she decided to start dancing. This is how she dances.
This form of dyslexia overtakes her from time to time.
And I didn't want her to feel stupid, so I joined in. I thought, okay, I'll just make you...
Nicely. Nicely.
Yeah.
Look, that's not easy.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
No, it's not.
And I can't say I've ever seen it quite like that before.
No.
Whoa.
You're a pretty good dancer, though, because I've seen the chicken dance. You're a good dancer.
I do my best. I make up moves.
Yeah, you could probably top that.
Toss the grape.
Yeah.
Pet the cat. Tickle the ankle. Wait a minute. I don't know about topping that.
Yeah, really?
No, that looks. What's the word? Topless, untoppable?
Yeah.
Something.
Untoppable?
That looks pretty, yeah.
I'll
new
do
word?
it. I'll do it with you if you.
All right, let's just go. All right, straight.
All right. Oh, whatever you do.
Top straight. Top straight, low. Top slow. Now remember, slow.
All right.
Slow. So you can go for like as long as you want, and then all of a sudden, watch this.
Oh, what happened? Oh.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
All right.
great.
Pet the cat.
At the what?
Pet the cat. Okay?
Yeah.
And then, if I want to turn to you to dance, I'm going to start with you, okay? You come by around here. Tickle the ankle. Tickle the ankle. Okay? Tickle the ankle. And then we can get by. Oh, watch that.
I saved you. I saved you.
Then we can just move in here.
Yeah. I liked it better when you were tickling my ankle.
Tickle my ankle.
All right, we're going to be
Tickle my ankle.
Come back.
Yes, sir.
And we're back with Matthew McConaughey. All right, okay, we're going to grib some ribeyes, right?
We're going to grill some ribeyes.
Why ribeye over New York steak?
Because New York is a good piece of meat, but a ribeye is marbled with this fat through here.
Okay.
Now that gives it a lot of the taste. That's where so much of the taste comes from.
Okay.
Also, if you can never get meat off the bone, you're gonna get a lot of taste from the marrow of the bone.
Okay.
First thing is to get a good piece of meat.
All right.
So we got a good piece of
That's
meat.
a good piece of meat.
That's a good piece of meat.
Those have started.
The coals have been lit for an hour and a half.
And you let them burn for an hour and a half before you put the meat on?
Yeah, 'cause you can
And
put
what are you
plenty
rubbing on there?
This is the secret. Now here, I've tried wet rubs and dry rubs. Now for steaks, I'm a dry rub guy.
Dry rub guy.
Okay?
Good to
We
know.
do not need gloves.
Why
for this,
not?
Because this is part of the fun, okay?
If you're
We've
Howie
all
Mandel.
washed our hands.
All right.
Okay, you want to make sure you get all sides.
Yep.
Now, start rubbing that in there.
Oh, okay.
Just have
Just-
fun with it. Have
okay,
fun with it.
sure.
You don't want to tear it apart, but you want to just get it, make sure it's get it in the pores.
Okay,
You want
so
to get it in the pores. Meat,
get it in the
like
pores.
anything, has pores.
Has pores.
When it heats up, the pores will open.
Uh-huh.
You know how when you have like leftover spaghetti sauce or something,
I
it
sure
tastes
do,
better
Matthew.
the next day?
Yes.
Because you
Because
put it in
spaghetti
the
has
fridge,
pores.
the pores close when you put it in the fridge. You got it out, reheated it, the pores open up.
Are you talking about meat or spaghetti now?
Cooking in
Because
general.
you lost me
so
a
we
while
got the
ago.
pores.
All
We're
right.
in the pores, okay?
Yes, they're in the
so,
pores.
You can do this. You can rub it down up to 2 days prior to cooking it.
Rub it down 2 days before.
You can if you really want the spikes, or you can do this minimum of 2 hours, which
Okay.
we've done with these over here.
Minimum of 2 hours
Minimum
before.
of 2 hours
Okay.
before.
All right.
And make sure you take it out of the fridge and let it get room temperature before you cook it, so
Room
the pores
temperature.
open up again.
Okay.
Or
And
outside
now, and
temperature.
how long would you cook? This is coals, and how long would you cook meat?
Well, again, depending on the size and your heat,
Uh-huh.
that's a pretty hot fire, but we're down to probably, that's around 320 right now,
Uh-huh.
okay?
That's around 320?
That's around 320.
315, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then,
And now, wait a
You
minute.
got
How
the
come
meat.
this isn't catching on fire like my meat always catches on fire?
because we've let the coals cook down, simmer down to 325, 320.
Okay.
If they're up at 450, your fat drips down, makes a flame,
Right.
it burns your meat.
Right.
You don't want to burn your meat.
No.
No.
Who wants to burn their meat?
No. So, good
Nobody.
thing about a ribeye.
Yes.
All right?
All right.
Again, that fat, which you want to make sure is cooked,
Uh-huh.
it's going to be the best tasting part.
I-
Everyone loves that part.
the fat?
right? Yes.
All right.
First thing, remember, hands are clean, so we're going to go ahead and
Okay.
put this up.
Well,
There's
you're
a
backing up
tenderloin
away
side.
Like you're going to do some kind of
There's a tenderloin side.
Benihana thing. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Nice. All right, that's a little thin right there.
Uh-huh.
A little tenderloin side. And got your little fat on there. You afraid of that?
I'm not afraid of fat.
Go for it.
But it looks hot.
Go for it.
And that's a sharp knife.
It's all right. Trust me. No, mind. There you go.
Wow.
Little taste in there?
It's delicious. I'll be chewing this for a long time.
Fine. We've got time.
There's a lot of fat on there.
Well, just gave you that. Now here's the
That's
tenderloin
delicious.
side.
Well,
Okay?
that's the one I should have had. Look at you having the leanest one.
You want the fat? Go ahead. Try that.
It's
This
delicious.
was not for
Oh
everybody.
my God, that's good.
Yeah, look at
All
that.
right. And so,
That's what you do.
Sahara looks great. It's in theaters now. I can't wait to see it. Thank you for being here. And,
Thanks for having me.
all right. All right, we'll be
Well.
right back. Don't go away. Our next guest was homesick from school when he got the scare of his life. A burglar broke into his family's home while he hid in the bathroom and called 911. From Guthrie, Oklahoma, please welcome 10-year-old Zane Peary. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All the way.
You're welcome.
Have you flown before? Was that your first flight?
This is my first flight.
Yeah? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Were you scared?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so what grade are you in, Zane?
The end of 4th grade.
Okay, and I like your name, by the way. Zane is a really good name. Do all your brothers and sisters have interesting names like that?
Some.
What do they have? What are their names?
Landry and Chandler.
There's just two of them? I thought there were
and
more.
Logan.
And then what are the other two?
That's all.
There's just two of them.
Oh, Chandler, Landry, and Logan.
Okay. You don't really care for Logan, do you? All right. So you were home sick from school. Were you really sick? Mm-hmm. Really? What was wrong with you?
Had fever.
Okay. Oh, wow, you were sick and you handled yourself that well. Mm-hmm. That's pretty impressive. All right, so you're home and nobody was home. Your mom was out running errands. Your dad was working, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making the story up. And so you're home doing what?
Just playing video games on
Yeah.
the chair in the living room.
What you do when you're sick? You play video games, and on the chair in the living room. And what happens? Someone is at the door. They knock or what?
They was ringing the doorbell and just wouldn't quit. Then
And-
they started knocking and just banging.
And you didn't answer?
Mm-mm.
Why not? You were busy with the video games
No, my parents always said don't answer the phone if you're home by yourself
or the door?
or the door.
Yeah. All right. Or the phone. Just
Or
don't
phone.
answer anything. All right. So when that got more and more, you figured something was wrong.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do?
I went to my parents' bathroom and called the cops
Okay. And why into the bathroom?
because there's nothing to steal in there.
Very smart. Very smart. Good one. Unless they were looking for deodorant, you're actually in good shape. All right, so then did you hear him kick the door down?
Yeah, he kicked in the door.
That must have been so scary.
Yeah.
Were you on the phone by that time?
I was on the phone before he got in the house.
Okay, kicked in the door. All right, so are you just, and then you're trying, like in the movies, trying not to breathe hard and you're trying to talk on the phone, so you're whispering?
Yeah.
Okay, we have the tape. This is you with 911, and he was in the house.
911. I think someone's trying to break into my house.
Do what?
I think someone's trying to break into my house. Who's banging on the door? He's in my room.
Are you in the closet?
Bathroom.
Okay. Have you got the door locked?
There's no door. Hurry. He's going upstairs. Get out of my house. He's running out the door.
Can you believe it? You got him out the house? God. That's amazing. Because I'd always try to, you know, get out of my house, like a deeper voice or something like that. But, I mean, I don't even think I'd get something to come out of my mouth. Were you scared you couldn't talk even? Or did you know you were going to yell that out, or did it surprise you?
Surprise me.
Yeah, because that's really bold, because he may have just come after you instead of that. It's really good. All right, so first of all, well, why wasn't there a door on the bathroom? That's one question.
Me and my little brother were roughhousing, and we knocked down the door. put a
Okay.
hole in it.
Well, it sounds like y'all need some new doors in your house, because... All right, and you got a good look at the guy, right? Mm-hmm. And have they caught him yet?
No.
All right, but you described him really well, and they're probably going to catch him because you saw him. Well, good for you. I'm really, really proud of you. We're happy you're safe, and because you're just so brave, really, a lot of people wouldn't know what to do in a situation like that. So we have a bunch of cool stuff for you. First of all, I was talking about the doors. Lowe's is going to replace your bathroom door, and Lowe's is going to set you up with a new Rella-built door at your front door, also a Schlage home security locking system for the entire house. They're going to come over and install everything for you. And for you, because you're like, I don't care about a door, for you, Element Skateboards had your favorite skater, is it Bam Margera? Mm-hmm. He signed this poster and skateboard for you. We also got you a signed copy of the skateboard movie Dogtown and Z-Boys. Over here. Go get that. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So,
I got the sign before, too.
Yeah, that's signed for you, and then we have a skateboard and all kinds of helmets and gear. You want to wear that, because we don't want you to fall down after all this stuff. And good for you for being so brave, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Maura Tierney joins us after this. Don't go away. Our next guest plays Dr. Abby Lockhart on NBC's hit drama ER. Take a look. Please welcome Maura Tierney.
Hello. It smells great right here.
Does it smell great right there?
I don't know.
It could be the roses. So you've been on ER 5 years now?
Yeah.
Do you think you know? It seems like you, at this point, isn't that as long as medical school is?
Yes, it is actually.
I mean, do you feel like you could do something?
I feel like I could do some things.
Now, do you diagnose things?
I did. Have diagnosed my husband's appendicitis successfully. Yes.
Really?
Yes. He had a very diseased appendix, the doctor said. But I knew that something was up with him, and I was correct.
And well, did he say he had pain? Did he at least give you all the symptoms, or did you just go?
But I put it together because he said he was nauseous, and then he had rebound tenderness in his lower right abdomen.
Right.
And he had a fever.
Uh-huh.
And he thought he just had the flu, but I knew he didn't, and I sort of insisted he go to the hospital, and I was right.
Well, when you have the rebound tenderness,
Right.
that's a giveaway.
It's true. And they treat me nice there at the hospital, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they assume you're...
Because I'm a fake doctor. I don't know why. They show me stuff. When he had to go back again because he had a little complication with his surgery, and the second time took me aside into a special room, and they showed me his x-ray, and they were like, here's the adhesion, and this is the process. And I'm like, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Well, that sounds like they just didn't want to get sued if there was a complication with the... They were showing the x-ray to say, we didn't screw up. This is the x-ray right here. All right, and then let me ask you this, too, because this really excited me. I mean, I want to talk about what you do and all that, but when I like to find out all kinds of things about people, and this excited me more than just about anything. You have something at home called a power spray wash thing?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I don't own it.
Oh.
It's my gardener's.
Oh.
But he lets me use it.
Because I want to get one. That sounded really exciting.
Well, the thing is that you can buy them, but there's like an electric version that you can buy that's less heavy duty than the one I love, which uses gas, and you have to fire it up.
Oh.
And it's this huge, heavy-duty industrial water sprayer cleaner thingy that makes you feel like a superhero when you're cleaning something
That's
with
what it sounds like to me. So you can spray you off your driveway and stuff?
Yeah, like I have a brick patio in my backyard, and during the winter it gets covered with moss or
Right,
you know.
slippery too.
Yes, slippery, unpleasant.
Uh-huh.
And you fire up that thing,
Uh-huh.
and you spray the brick, and it's like magic. It just disappears, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah, because I like hosing anyway. To me, it's really relaxing
This
to go out
is
in
like
the garden.
hosing times 1,000.
Exactly. That's what, and if I go to people's gardens when they write in, I'll go and just hose their lawn off. I'll just, to get rid of it probably would just move things, right?
Yeah, it cleans everything.
Yeah.
You can clean everything with it.
I'm so excited about that. Whatever it is, I want it.
I will, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll get you one.
I don't think y'all are as excited as I am about it, but what does Carl think of this? He doesn't care. All right, so you were talking about your husband, and you've been married for how long?
10 years.
This is your husband. He's a cute guy,
He's
cute
cute.
couple, and you met in a very interesting way.
I had a huge crush on him, and we were at a bar one night that we all used to hang out at,
And the girlfriend's there.
and the girlfriend's there.
I just want to set the stage.
And I was by the jukebox, I think, and he was coming out of the bathroom or something, and then there was a huge earthquake, a big one, and the whole place rocked, and all the lights went out, and we were in pitch black. And he claims he felt like me do this to him and kiss him. I think it was more mutual, but we just sort of, the lights were out, I seized my opportunity, we like made out for a little while. Till the lights came on, and then we sat down at the table with his girlfriend.
How did you know the lights wouldn't come back on and y'all, I mean, you were just making out in the darkness.
Yeah.
And how'd you know it was him? It was dark.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was kismet.
And then the lights come on and then y'all acted like nothing happened. But at least,
Yes.
and then y'all both broke
And then
up
we
with
didn't talk about it for like 2 or 3 days.
Uh-huh.
And then we broke up. And
Yeah.
It was on the up and up.
Okay. And
Except
then
for
you
that.
dated for 4 years and then you've been married for 10.
Yeah.
All right, good. ER is on
doesn't?
Thursdays at 10 o'clock on NBC. I'm going to call a viewer when we come back. Don't go away. Okay, here's a letter I got the other day I have to share with you. We get a lot of, I love the letters. I love them and keep them coming. Usually people write, give me a call. And, but here's a letter that's asking me to call someone else and someone that they hardly know, which was interesting to me. Dear Ellen, I think it might be interesting for you to contact the women's tennis coach at Ball State University in Indiana. Her name is Kathy Bull, and our family met her when our daughter was a high school junior visiting colleges. I've never gotten over how much she sounds like you. She's never gotten over it. Your voices are identical. I think you and your audience would get a kick out of talking to her on the air. Sincerely, Jane Long, St. Charles, Missouri. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call her, because if I sound so much like her, I'm going to act like I'm Kathy Bull calling her, and that's the real test, because if I call Kathy Bull, that's not fun. I'm going to call and see if she thinks, if I can pull this off. Obviously, I have a cold. Do I kind of sound like myself still, though? Yeah. Okay. She's never gotten over it, so clearly. Jane Long is her name. And I'm Kathy Bull. Let me prepare. Oh, come on. Be home.
Hello, we cannot come to the phone right now. Please leave a message.
Hi, Jane. It's Kathy Bull calling. I don't know if you remember me. I'm from Ball State University. I met you when you were bringing your daughter by to check out the college. I'm calling because the Ellen DeGeneres Show contacted me, and I was just wondering what they were calling for. They said I should call you and find out. And so if you could call me back at 818-260-5600. That is, it's the Ellen DeGeneres Show phone number, but they're going to patch you through to me, Kathy Bull. And so if you could call me, again, that's Kathy Bull. And okay, goodbye. All right. Should I try to call? No, I shouldn't try to call Kathy Bull. Maybe tomorrow. I'll call Kathy Bull. All right. I know, it's sad.